You know, when we think about finding life beyond Earth, our minds usually jump to Earth-like planets, right? But what if the most promising spots are, well, nothing like Earth at all? Out in the cold, distant neighborhood of the gas giants, Saturn is holding court with a whole bunch of icy moons. And two of them are hiding secrets that could totally rewrite the book on life in the universe. So let's start our cosmic investigation.
First, just to get a sense of what we're dealing with, let's talk numbers. Saturn isn't just a planet with a few moons, it's basically its own miniature solar system. As of right now, astronomers have confirmed a whopping 274 moons orbiting the ring giant. Yeah, 274. Now, most of them are tiny, captured bits of rock and ice, probably leftovers from some ancient cosmic fender bender, but a few are way more interesting.
So with literally hundreds of worlds to pick from, where do you even start looking? Well, after decades of observation, scientists have managed to narrow it down, zeroing in on two prime candidates. Two moons that, and this is the crazy part, are completely different from each other, but both are just screaming with potential signs that they could be habitable.
Now, pretty much everything we know about these amazing places comes from one heroic mission, Cassini-Huygens. For 13 years, this tough little probe circled Saturn, giving us our first ever up-close look at its moons. And in doing so, it revealed two of the most fascinating destinations in the entire solar system.
So let's meet our two main suspects. In one corner, you've got Titan. It's a beast, bigger than the planet Mercury, and it's wrapped in this thick, soupy orange haze. In the other corner, you have tiny Enceladus. It's this brilliant white ice ball that honestly punches way above its weight. Titan has seas of liquid methane, while Enceladus is literally shooting geysers of water straight into space. They could not be more different, and yet they're both at the absolute top of the list in the hunt for alien life.
All right, first up, Titan. In so many ways, it's the most Earth-like world we have ever found. Seriously, it has a thick atmosphere, it has weather, clouds, rivers, lakes, seas. But here's the catch. All of that is happening in a chemical environment that is completely and totally alien to us.
Okay, let's look at the stats here. Titan's atmosphere is mostly nitrogen, just like ours, but it's 4 times denser. The surface is a mind-numbingly cold -179 degrees Celsius, so way too cold for liquid water. Instead, you have liquid methane and ethane carving out river channels and filling up these huge seas. And get this, just like here on Earth, scientists have seen giant dust storms sweeping across its dunes of organic gunk. It's a really active, dynamic world.
So what this all means is we're not looking for life as we know it, not even close. The search on Titan is all about something called prebiotic chemistry. Think about it. Here on Earth, the story of life starts in water. On Titan, the big question scientists are asking is, could a similar story happen, but with liquid methane playing the starring role instead of water?
And that brings us to a huge discovery. Using radio telescopes, scientists found a very specific organic molecule in Titan's atmosphere, vinyl cyanide. Now here on Earth, that's just some industrial chemical, but on Titan, it might just be the secret ingredient for a brand new form of life.
So how in the world could this work? Well, the idea is that these vinyl cyanide molecules form way up in the atmosphere, and then they literally rain down into those methane seas. Computer models show that once they're in the liquid, they could link up and form these tiny microscopic spheres called vesicles. And what's so cool about that is they are remarkably similar to the cell membranes that form the basis for all life on Earth. It's like a ready-made cell wall for some kind of alien biology.
Okay, let's put Titan's case file aside for a minute and turn to our second suspect, Enceladus. If Titan is like an alien Earth, Enceladus is something completely different. It's a small, icy moon that's hiding what could be the single most habitable environment in the entire outer solar system.
As one astronomer famously put it, Enceladus reúne todos los elementos necesarios para poder encontrar vida, which means it brings together all the necessary elements to be able to find life. And it's that perfect mix of ingredients that makes this little moon so compelling.
The big aha moment for Enceladus was absolutely spectacular. The Cassini spacecraft actually saw these enormous geysers, these plumes of water vapor and ice crystals just blasting out from giant cracks near the moon's south pole. This was the smoking gun. It was the first unmistakable sign that there was liquid water hiding under all that ice.
So what's driving all this? What's the engine? Well, Enceladus isn't just a frozen ice ball because it has a hot, rocky core. That internal heat acts like a furnace, keeping a global ocean of liquid water from freezing over. And all that heat and pressure forces the water up through cracks in the ice, creating those amazing plumes. The moon is literally giving us free samples of its hidden ocean.
So what's in these free samples? Pretty much exactly what every astrobiologist on Earth was hoping to find. Cassini actually flew right through the plumes, and its instruments found not just water, but a whole chemical cocktail of organic molecules that are crucial for life. I'm talking about precursors for amino acids, the building blocks of proteins, and all these other complex carbon compounds. All the ingredients for life as we know it are right there, dissolved in that ocean.
So, here we are. We've got two incredible candidates. One with a really weird methane-based chemistry, and another with a much more familiar water-based ocean. So, how do we get the final answer? Well, the next step is obvious. We have to go back, and this time we have to land.
And for that, meet Dragonfly. This is NASA's next big mission to the outer solar system, and it is seriously ambitious. This thing isn't a rover, it's a rotorcraft. A nuclear-powered, dual quadcopter about the size of a small car, designed to fly around in Titan's super-thick atmosphere, which, it turns out, is actually perfect for flying.
Now, this is definitely a long-term project. Dragonfly is scheduled to launch in 2026, but it won't even get to Saturn until 2034. It's an incredible multi-year journey that just shows you the kind of patience and dedication you need for this kind of planetary exploration.
But once it arrives, Dragonfly is going to get right to work. The mission plan is to fly to dozens of different locations, covering hundreds of kilometers. It'll land, it'll drill, it'll sample all kinds of organic materials from different spots, like the Shangri-La dune fields and a big impact crater named Selk, a place where liquid water might have mixed with all those organics a long time ago. The ultimate goal? To search for the chemical fingerprints of life, whether it's there now or was there in the past.
And all of this leaves us with the ultimate question, doesn't it? We have two amazing worlds, each offering a totally different path to life. So where will we find it first? Will it be some strange, methane-based creature swimming in the seas of Titan? Or will it be a more familiar, water-based microbe thriving in the dark, hidden ocean of Enceladus? Whichever it is, the answer is waiting for us out there, in the realm of Saturn.